Israel was once again in trouble. After the death of Joshua, the people of Israel repeatedly turned away from God. Each time they did, God allowed them to fall under the power of their enemies, not to destroy them, but to wake them up. This time, Israel had been oppressed for 20 long years by King Jabin of Canaan, whose capital was in Hazal. His military strength came from his commander, Sisera, a feared general who controlled 900 iron chariots, the most advanced and terrifying weapons of that time. Israel was weak, villages were deserted, travelers hid on back roads. Fear ruled the land. Deborah rises. In this dark season, God raised up an unlikely leader, Deborah, a prophetess and judge of Israel. She sat beneath a palm tree, where people came to her for wisdom and judgment. Deborah heard the voice of God clearly, and one day, God gave her a command. She summoned Barak, a military leader from the tribe of Naphtali, and said, "The Lord, the God of Israel, commands you, go, take 10,000 men, and I will draw Sisera to you. I will give him into your hands." Barak hesitated. He replied, "If you go with me, I will go. But if you do not go with me, I will not go." Deborah agreed, but with a prophecy that would change history. "Very well, I will go with you, but the honor will not be yours, for the Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman." Barak marched with Deborah. Sisera heard and rushed his chariots into battle. God turns the battle. At Mount Tabor, Deborah spoke again, "Go. This is the day the Lord has given Sisera into your hands." Suddenly, God intervened. Judges 5. Deborah's victory song reveals what Judges 4 does not clearly explain. God sent a storm. Rain flooded the land. The Kishon River overflowed. Sisera's iron chariots, his greatest strength, became useless. Stuck in mud, Israel attacked, and Sisera's army collapsed. Sisera fled on foot. Sisera runs to the wrong tent. Exhausted and desperate, Sisera ran toward the tents of Heber the Kenite, whose family was at peace with King Jabin. There he saw Jael, Heber's wife. Jael came out to meet him and said calmly, "Come in, my lord. Don't be afraid." Sisera entered her tent. She covered him with a blanket. He said, "Give me some water. I am thirsty." Jael did more than he asked. She opened a skin of milk, a drink that calms and relaxes, and gave it to him. Then she covered him again. Feeling safe, Sisera commanded, "Stand at the entrance. If anyone comes and asks if a man is here, say no." He fell into a deep sleep. Sisera thought he had found refuge, but he had walked straight into God's plan. Jael's courageous decision. In that moment, Jael made a choice. She knew who Sisera was. She knew the suffering he had caused Israel. She knew this was a moment history would remember. Quietly, she took a tent peg, a tool she used every day, and a hammer. She crept toward the sleeping general. With one decisive strike, she drove the peg through his temple and into the ground. Sisera died instantly. The terror of Israel fell in a woman's tent. The war ends. When Barak arrived, still searching for Sisera, Jael stepped out and said, "Come, and I will show you the man you are looking for." Inside the tent lay Sisera dead. That day God defeated King Jabin. Soon after, his power was completely destroyed. The war was over. Deborah's song, Jael remembered. Judges chapter 5 records a victory song sung by Deborah and Barak. In it, Jael is honored above all women. Most blessed of women be Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite. Most blessed of tent-dwelling women. While others stayed silent in fear, Jael acted. While warriors hesitated, she stood firm. Why Jael's story matters. Jael was not a judge, a prophet, a soldier. She was an ordinary woman in an ordinary tent. Yet God used her to end a war. Key lessons from Jael. 1. God uses unexpected people. Victory did not come through a king or general but through a woman with courage. 2. God turns places of weakness into places of victory. A tent, normally a place of rest, became a battlefield of deliverance. 3. One bold act can change history. Jael's single decision ended a 20-year oppression. 4. God fulfills his word exactly. Deborah said Sisera would fall by the hand of a woman, and he did. Final reflection. Sisera trusted chariots. Israel trusted God. Jael trusted the moment God placed in her hands, and through her courage, a nation was set free. Jael did not start the war. She ended it.